It is post-match pint. It's Neil Atkinson with Craig Hannan. Limited cast for this one. We're in the back of the stands and we're very pleased to be here. I mean, they could just win 3-0. But I've got this theory. That the manager basically backs his lads at all phases. So I'm like, all right, Jürgen, 60, do the subs. He's like, yeah, the subs are going to go and win it for me. It gets to 75, he's like, they're just still going to go and fucking win it for me. And then it gets to pens, and the manager backs his people in all scenarios, and I reckon pens, they're going to go and win it for me. Batchelor takes the first one, misses. Jürgen's still thinking, it's all right, they're going to go and win it for me. And what's annoying, but so pleasing, is he's right. And this trophy should now be named after Kareem Kelleher. It belongs to him. Yep. That's the way it goes. It's an unbelievable set of penalty saves.
I'm all in on another Caoimhin Kelleher Cup run. I'd have that every round until it's possible that you know until it gets to the semis and it's not this. I loved it at the end, and the third penalty save is outrageous. But I think I read a stat as I was walking in today where apparently he's won more penalty shootouts than any other keeper in Liverpool's history.
Really?
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
Now, I'm sure it's come from Andrew Beasley or someone like that, but if you think about it, Middlesbrough, he goes far back as like 2018, 2019, and then obviously the one last year against Leicester. But just the saves and
Chelsea in the final, obviously.
Obviously, yeah. It's his cup, and a meet-up we get the win like that because, you know, there's a lot of young players that start that game and with these games, for them, that first 5, first 10's about just settling in, getting your touch, you know, not doing anything stupid, just sort of growing into the game, and there's around that 50-minute mark where it looks as if they are and they're about to, and then we make the subs and the cavalry comes on and it changes the dynamic a bit, and there's time wasting and it stops starting, it's getting frustrating, and then you get the payoff at the end when when Elliott slots it and Caoimhin Kelleher is the hero again, and yeah, loads of fun. More of that.
They miss chances, Liverpool, and in fact they don't even take chances that are right in front of them on a couple of occasions, which is hugely frustrating. I think the worthy of the win, without blowing them away, without their keeper being man of the match, without hitting post and bar, etc. The worthy of going through, you know. And I think it's obviously better for the competition, and we will think that we're biased. Yeah. Derby, you know, it was a good end. To be fair, bit too much into the king. If we're all honest about it, it still makes no sense to me whatsoever why these people are desperate, absolutely desperate to prostrate themselves at Anfield. But putting that to one side for a second.
And why are they desperate to sing about Steven Gerrard and a slip? And you know, it's wild.
Really weird. But all of that aside, they end the game really strong. The Super Rams thing over and over again. Fair play to them, you know what I mean? They feel like, well, we've done enough. We're the lower division side. We've kept it out. But ultimately, Liverpool do create both chances and chances to create chances. They're just not quite clinical enough, and that's the problem with starting with 3 lads who are youngsters, none of whom are goal scorers.
I think we saw that a couple of times last season in the early rounds of the Cup when you've got a young lad up top and we look a little bit blunt. There's the presence isn't there, and like I said earlier, these are just young lads that are just trying to get through. They're trying to get through this without anything silly, without without doing anything stupid. Basically, they're just trying to get through their debut, and look, they did. I thought likes like Freundorf in that second half, like really come into the game. He was taking up past players. He looked really threatening. It was just a shame he goes off at the time he does. There's a chance for the young lad
I'm
up
just trying
top.
to get the name of their keeper, by the way, but keep going.
There's the chance for the young lad up top as well in the first half, which I was just devastated he didn't put through. He didn't put in just for his own sake, just for him to have that moment.
No, he gets in, he should score. And there's the one that gets arrowed back where that's in, should score. Do you know what I mean? There's enough of them where you are like, you're willing them to score, not least because you feel like, I feel a little bit like if one got one, the others would as well, if you know what I mean. They go, oh, we're all right here, and that doesn't quite happen for them.
Like even if you sort of go round the pitch, like I was really excited to see Calvin Ramsey, and I think instantly you see he's a footballer with loads of confidence, even though he's young.
Yeah.
Like, within a couple of minutes he takes a shot, and I'm not sure Jurgen Klopp would have been happy with that, but he takes a shot, and that's a fellow who, you know, just brushes it off. You can see everything about him. There's class.
He's a young player, but he's clearly got the level.
Exactly.
I think, and you get to see it over the course of tonight.
I think you see that from Batchelor as well. I think he tired towards the end. There was a few decisions. There's a few passes that go astray, but like he's a young footballer. But he's one of those footballers, as I say with Ramsey, where he's young, but he doesn't look like he's young. He fits in. And by the way, if we hadn't gone through in this penalty shootout, I'd have been fuming at whoever decided to put a young footballer as the first penalty taker.
You've read Pep's book. They back their penalty order. They back it. and he takes set pieces, but they back their penalty order.
Not sure about that. But then, I feel like there was different chapters to this football match. The Ben Doak chapter.
The Ben Doak
when
chapter.
he come on. My God, it's like the little bunnies that you like pull the string and then they just go.
Do you know what he looks like? He looks like Owen.
Yeah,
that idea of he's wiry, and I'm thinking you get to see him at youth level and you're like, yeah, he's quick at youth level, but when he's playing against X, he won't look quite as, oh, fucking hell.
YouTube, press the button, become a member of the Anfield Wrap from the heart of the city of Liverpool. The best way to enjoy all your Liverpool-based videos, everything you need, every single day. It is the Anfield Wrap.